Today I'm at Mount View Cemetery in McMinnville, Tennessee. I'm here to visit the grave of country music legend Dottie West. To give you an idea of where Dottie West is buried, you saw the driveway there, and I think that's one or two driveways they have coming into the cemetery. And of course there was a flagpole down almost at the entranceway, close to one of the graves you see there. And the second tree coming in that way by that driveway is where you're going to be close to the grave of Dottie West. Dottie West was born with the birth name Dorothy Marie Marsh, and it's said that she was born in Frog Pond, Tennessee. And when I looked this up before coming to the cemetery, there's several listed. As one in Macon County, there's one in around White Bluff, Tennessee. There's a frog pond. There's several frog ponds, and I'm not sure exactly what Frog Pond, Tennessee they're talking about, but they usually always refer to Dottie West as having the hometown of McMinnville, Tennessee. Dottie West was not only a country music singer, but she was also classified as singing what they would call the Nashville sound or country pop music. But she did songwriting as well. She was a guitar player, and she even did some acting in TV and movies. In 1965, Dottie West was the first woman to win a country music Grammy for Best Female Country Music Vocal Performance. The Grammy for Best Female Country Vocal Performance has changed its name a few times over the years, and actually in 1965 when Dottie won it, it was called the Best Country and Western Vocal Performance by a Female. The song that would cause Dottie to win the Grammy was called Here Comes My Baby, and it was co-written by Dottie and her first husband, William, which is known as Bill West Jr. Not only did Dottie win that Grammy Award, she won several CMA awards. I mentioned that previously Dottie had done country pop music, and that's because a couple of her songs, or several of them, really was probably considered crossover music, and a couple of them that come to my mind is Country Sunshine, and a little bit more about that in just a few minutes. And another one was a duo hit with Kenny Rogers, and it was called Every Time Two Fools Collide. When I mentioned she was an actress, she did some acting on TV in a show called Love Boat. You probably will remember as other things too. And she was in a sci-fi type movie called The Aurora Encounter. Of course, when you're researching on these country music stars, you find out a lot of things that you didn't know about them even before you go to the cemetery, and I did some of that, and I found out that Dottie West was the oldest of 10 children, and she was born to Paulina and William Hollis Marsh. And as you'll notice, the grave next to her is that of her mother, Paulina. She also it said at the age of 12, raised enough money through a school fundraiser to buy her first guitar. After high school, Dottie got a scholarship to attend the Tennessee Polytechnic Institute. I guess that's what you would just say, Tennessee Tech. And on her very first day there at the school, she met a fellow student and a steel guitar player, and his name was Bill West, whom she would later marry. Dottie and Bill West would have 4 children together, and one of those you may remember as being a country music singer also. I'm talking about Shelley West. You may remember her from her song Jose Cuervo, or you may even remember from her duet singing with David Frizzell, such as You're the Reason God Made Oklahoma. I'm trying to move around a lot in this video to keep from getting so many shadows in it. It's such a sunny day, and it's really reflecting a lot on this marker here. The back side, it's easier to read. It says, I was born a country girl, I will die a country girl. My world is made of blue skies and sunshine, green fields and butterflies. I'm so glad I'm a country girl. And that's the lyrics in her song, Country Girl. Dottie West had some hard times as a young girl. She also would struggle when her and Bill West were first starting out getting established in the country music world. It's said that she became friends with Patsy Cline, and that occasionally Patsy would bring the West, which would be Dottie maybe singing and playing music too, along with Bill, which was, like I said earlier, a steel guitar player, along with her band to help perform to help them out. Here you're getting a good look at the one side of the marker that has got Paulina's name on it, which is Dottie's mom, of course. And as I showed you earlier in the video, you saw I guess you would consider those the foot markers that has their birth dates and death dates on them. And I really wanted you to see, and without a shadow, and I'm hoping it'll show up a little bit here, it's got a nice picture etched there of Dottie West, and you can just see her red hair flowing so good in it. And it's also got what her signature would look like, and it's not as clear with all this sunshine on it, but you can make it out just barely that it says Dottie West. I'm going to try to give you a little bit view of the bottom part of Dottie's marker here without so much reflection, I hope. As you can see, there's a sun, looks like it's just coming over the horizon, and it also says Our Country Sunshine. Dottie recorded the song Country Sunshine. It was a song that she wrote, or co-wrote I should say, with Billy Davis, and it became very popular for her, as the Coca-Cola company would use it as one of their jingles. I would say probably due to this jingle is the reason that the Coca-Cola company would sign Dottie West to a lifetime contract to make jingles for the Coca-Cola company. Dottie West became a member of the Grand Ole Opry in 1964, and in 2018 she would be inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. I think you may be able to read that on the marker where it's, the base of poinsettias is setting. It says on it, beloved daughter, wife, and mother. Now we're going to walk on down a couple of markers below Dottie's gravesite and see another one that I see has the name Marsh on it. This is the gravesite of Ozzie Marsh, which was Dottie's brother, and he was about 18 months younger than Dottie. As you take a final look around here at the cemetery today, I'd like to mention what happened to Dottie West on August the 30th of 1991. Dottie West was on her way to do a performance at the Grand Ole Opry, and on her way, her car had troubles, and she ended up having to get a ride. The man that stopped to pick her up just happened to be her next door neighbor, and he was going to drive her the rest of the way to the Grand Ole Opry. And on their way, they had a car crash. Dottie didn't think that she was injured at first, and it turned out that she was had some very serious injuries. Her next door neighbor also had critical injuries, but he survived the crash. However, on September the 4th, 1991, just a few days after that wreck, Dottie West would pass away. Before leaving McMinnville, we decided to go and see the sign that they have there concerning Dottie West. It's in front of the Chamber of Commerce there in McMinnville, Tennessee. And it tells Dottie's pretty much her life story on that plaque there, and it's designated as part of the Tennessee Music Pathway. I will mention a few of the things that sticks out to me that's on this sign. The sign says that Dottie was born near McMinnville, Tennessee, so that lets us know now that Frog Pond is located somewhere nearby. It also has a picture of Dottie singing with Kenny Rogers, and it said the picture was taken at a performance at the Civic Opera House in Chicago, Illinois, April the 1st, 1979. On the front of the sign, it also said that on March the 3rd, 1963, Dottie West was a supporting act on Patsy Cline's last show, and Bill West was Cline's steel guitarist. The West drove home, and Cline would perish in a plane wreck. And now on the back of the sign, the only thing that's specific to Dottie West is showing a picture of her first successful song she recorded, Here Comes My Baby.